Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is July 22nd. I have 11 p.m. I wasn't going to do a video tonight. I've done 3 so far. I got up late because I stayed up late last night. And a lot materialized like rapid fire. One thing after another in the news. I want to do this video, and I'm not going to hurry it. I'm not going to hurry the video. However long it is, it is. I want people to know who Franchise Wayne Pearson is, beyond the content creator. What happened was, I did a video earlier on the late Ozzy Osbourne. Fantastic video. Easily should have had 500,000 views in my book. Be it as it may, like I always do in my videos, I say, rest in peace. That's what I do. That's who I am. I want to read some responses, then I want to talk. I think that's the best approach. Because someone led off and said he was not born again or a follower of Jesus Christ or Savior, but a follower of the Prince of Darkness. How can he rest in peace? An hour later, I read the person's statement. I says, rest in peace is a respectful response to someone dying. Nothing more, nothing less. As a content creator, I should be respectful and be an example of how to conduct yourself. The body of my work is what you should be interested in. And I stand on that. Then I read everybody's comments, and then I responded again. This time I wrote myself a New Testament. And it's nothing against anyone. I just think it's time that people know who I am. The Bible talks about being slain by the Spirit. I got to be slain. I'm a content creator. I'm not somebody on a keyboard responding to somebody's video. I am the content creator. Over my 4+ years, I've probably spoken to millions of people. They got to come away with something. I told you guys, I informed you guys months ago, I had to start changing because I would get with you right away. I get a lot of nasty emails. And when I come out here on this platform, I gotta be of the mind of Christ. Because I have to be open to the possibility that God want to say something through me. And I can't have this anger or frustration or bitterness or trying to come back on somebody. I have to change. I'm working on it. I've talked about it before. That's the dog pound in me, right? That's the character. But these are the last days. And God is reminding me, you're a content creator. I need you to project yourself a certain way. You're talking to my people. And that's not a question. That's a demand. You feel me? I'm speaking to you because that's what God was speaking to me about. Although many times I was justifiable in being angry and coming back on some people talking smack. Especially on my live shows, interrupting them all the time, being disrespectful. The devil just busy. I've gotten a little bit better. I still got a ways to go. And if I err, pray for me. I'm the one got to look in the mirror. I'm the one got to listen to God. I'm the one that got to grow and adjust. I said, I really think people have gotten to the point where exact is the basis for everything. We have become so heartless and judgmental of every little word or speck that we miss the sincerity of it all. People should know by now, I know who I'm reporting on, and if I know they're dark or not. My innocent thoughts are to those who care. In times as dark as they are, can we find it in our hearts to act like Christ? Again, everyone knows this guy was questionable. Do I, as a content creator, just say rest in peace? Or do what 1,000 people want me to say? My God, do you guys and ladies even know who I am? Does it matter that I'm civil in a time of death? We are so hurt in our individual lives that it seems every little moment we get to either correct someone or stick it to someone, we just do that. We are so unhappy, so disappointed, so hurt, so dissatisfied with our lives and ourselves. We pick apart everything we see and hear instead of seeing the beauty and respect I have for a life that the media helped to portray. Because all I said was rest in peace. Do we really know that on his deathbed, he came to Christ? The number spells sacrifice. The death of this man, as I decode, I feel things. I've told you guys that before. This feels like a sacrifice. Do we really know if he accepted Christ? Should we show some respect to close folks around him? Yes. My decoding is enough. My job is to show the end time deception in hopes people turn to Christ. With that, when I say rest in peace, maybe somebody who never ever considered that a Christian could, for once, be a beautiful Christ-like example of human dignity. You and I know Satan, but some folks think they know Satan. In these dark times, my highest calling is to be a light. We don't have much time. If this world goes past 2 years, I'll be super surprised. I've got to use my time wisely and love people so deep that they can't help but to reconsider. Folks are searching, and maybe, just maybe, our Lord will lead one or two to this channel and see I do more than just decode. I love them as God loved me. I've been in a bad and dark space, but God brought me out. So I'm reminded almost daily, Pearson, it ain't about you. It's about using this gift to the glory of God. Satan has had his turn at these dark concerts. Maybe now they can stop the music and hear God's symphony of brotherhood, God's symphony of brotherly love. I love you too. Now, people, I'm not naive. I ain't no fool. You and I know what go on at a lot of these concerts. I've done too many videos for you not to know me. You know I was in the music business. But I'm decoding. And I'm being respectful. I said rest in peace. I never said I agree with the man's lifestyle, whatever the hell he was doing. You don't get to have me mimic your thoughts on how I should treat death. You don't get to do that. I'm a content creator. I'm the content creator. This is a once in a lifetime moment for me to do this. Been writing since I was 17. I'm 66. I don't take this for granted. When I come before this screen, I got to answer to God. So know what rest in peace means. It's beyond him. You think I don't know and heard some things about him? But I don't really know him. I never talked to the man, never sat down and reasoned with the man. I don't know him. I know him through the media, just like 99.9% of you guys do. So I said, rest in peace, out of respect to the dead. Wherever he's going, that's his life. I hope he made it to heaven. I hope he made it. But allow me as a content creator to project that which I profess to follow and be respectful of the dead in relation to those who loved him. That's all. We all come short of the glory of God. Dignity and respect. I respect your comments in here. You respect mine. And going forward, when I say rest in peace, don't chastise me. Understand, I'm a content creator. I'm going to elaborate on that. These are the last days, y'all. A lot of us been running with God for a long time. Maybe it's time to walk. That was probably the problem with Adam and Eve. They used to walk with God in Genesis. Then they started running with the devil or running with their own conscience. Sometimes you got to slow down and walk so you can see things. What am I talking about? What time is it? These are the last days. This is it. If you watch at least 10 of my videos, you can see I'm not playing. I'm not playing. This is it. And what can I do in this final hour to directly or indirectly speak to someone who, let's say, was at a Ozzy concert, and let's just say, for lack of a better argument, it was dark. Let's say it was dark. Let's say it was unholy. Let's say he was the most wickedest man in the world. Let's say there were demons in the music. And let's say every time the people went there, they had no idea they was being deceived. Let's say all of that. Put it all out there. Is it going to make any difference whether I say rest in peace or just my condolences or whatever? What matters is that I come off as a content creator civil, mannerable, respectful, sympathetic, empathetic. Beyond him, yet about him, but those who remain. Maybe God will have a few people just happen to see the video. The Bible does say that God works in mysterious ways. That's how he got me. Because I sure didn't want to do YouTube. I told y'all the story. But God worked in mysterious ways. Mysterious ways. I gave up on my calling. Sometimes you got to see God at work. Sometimes you got to step back a little bit and say, you know what? These are the last days. We ain't got much time. The odds are, and mark my word, the average person that you see every week, every month, and every year, you might only see him 2 or 3 more times in life. And that's it. Jesus is coming. What are you going to do with those last few moments? What am I going to do as a content creator that used to get flustered and mad at folks messing with me while I'm trying to get this word across? I got to ask for the Lord to guide me and direct me. Give me patience. And I got to exhibit the same patience and guidance and love that he's shown me. And with that, I'm recognizing what time it is. And I ain't saying be no fool. Somebody slap you upside your head, you just might have to fight back and get with them. You got to use some common sense. I get that. But when somebody's dead and they have friends and family, and as a content creator, the man got millions of fans and you know it. Maybe for once in their life, they'll bump into a video like this and say, you know what? Christianity it's not a bad deal. He decoded it, but he didn't really judge the man and beat the hell out of him. He respected him. He just said, rest in peace. Because I could have easily dissected that thing, pulled up a lot of concerts, and no telling what I would have found. You think I don't know what I'm dealing with? People, I've been writing since I was 17 years old. You got to understand who you're dealing with. I have a high responsibility and a high calling, deeper than decoding. And that's to represent God's love. And that's what he gave us. And that's what time it is. If the world ever needed to know and see him as people die and become sacrificed and floods hit and tornadoes and earthquakes, they need to see love. They don't care about what color you are, your background, male, female, anything. They just looking to be cared for and loved. And in that moment, maybe God can speak in his mysterious way. Maybe God can create an opportunity. Because that's what these last days are all about. The opportunity. This one final moment that folks like Billy Graham and Oral Roberts and all the greats been preaching about ever since I was a little boy. We can give it to them. And we can show them that. And we can be that. I'm finally realizing that this is a part of why I'm here. I gotta understand the time. It's a time to love. That will reach and sustain and be greater than any bomb or any deception. It's giving God a chance to work. That's how he works. Man, that's deep. And Jesus was that work in flesh.